Hello again, this is Chris Peterson. I'm playing a 5-minute blitz game on ICC. This is the 5-minute pool. I'm 2067, although I just lost a few games, so I've been going down. I'm playing against some guy whose name I don't even really know and don't want to try to pronounce. Seems like every time I play somebody on ICC, it's always somebody with some weird name. But he is 2244, so he's pretty formidable, especially considering this is the 5-minute pool and not like just regular blitz. So this is some kind of dragon where they castle kingside. I don't know if it's some kind of system he's playing or what, but it seems like all he's trying to do is whip up some kind of attack that just doesn't seem like it's going to work at all. Just because it seems like it's it seems fantasy is what it seems like. This is my goal against anybody who plays this anything other than the open dragon Sicilian. Because it's just going to give me easy squares for my pieces to go to. Like my knight on e5 is fairly well placed. F-file's open, just going to play a6, queen c7. He might be able to get knight d5 in, but just knight takes knight. I don't know. My position seems fairly easy to play. It seems to me like the only challenging opening to the Sicilian dragon is going to be the open Sicilian dragon. Simply because nothing else really seems to give as much potential for an attack. Because here my king is very well solidified. Even though there may be some trades happening, or he may be winning a pawn, say my a pawn. Although I could just take with the bishop here and not have to worry about it. So, like I said, everything seems pretty solid. I'm just going to play a6. Bishop g7 again, maybe e6, just kick his queen out of there. Everything just seems to be very well solidified for me. As far as the position goes, we both have 3 pawn islands. He has 1 isolated pawn, where I have 3 pawn islands of 2. So everything is fairly equal at this point. My pawn structure may be just slightly better, ever so slightly better. Simply because of his doubled pawn. But again, it's going to be one of those things that's kind of hard to turn into a winning advantage from like a small pawn structure improvement. Now, it looks like I'm kind of winning a pawn, but I'm not really winning a pawn, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't really want to take on b5, but it looks like I'm kind of forced to. He's going to get this open file here, which I don't want him to have, but sometimes you just have to give a little. Because there isn't anything else I can do, otherwise I'm just going to lose this because he has so many pieces on it. Queen takes doesn't seem to be very, I don't know, it doesn't seem to be as good as bishop takes, but just allows me to trade queens, and I think I should be doing okay here. Even though he does have the 2 bishops, it's not necessarily one of those. It's not one of those advantages that's easy to convert for most people, anyway. So, I might be in a problem here. He's going to be able to double up on my. Yeah, I thought so. He was able to double up on my pawn here, but that's okay because I get a fork in after he takes. If he plays rook takes here, I just play rook takes, and knight b5 wins my pawn back because I'm threatening his knight and his b pawn. So after something like bishop c7, knight takes b2. It's definitely still a game in my opinion. I'm probably not winning, but I don't necessarily think I'm losing because now his c-pawn's hanging also, and it doesn't seem like he has a very good way to defend it. He's just more interested in winning my pawns than anything else, so I think I should be able to consolidate this type of position, especially now that I've guarded my d-pawn successfully. So everything for me seems to be pretty well defended. Just got to get my knight reactivated here. It could turn out to be an opposite color bishops if he trades his dark square bishop for my knight, which I'm okay with, because it would just be a draw. Here, I can check him here. If he takes opposite color bishops, easy draw for me. If he doesn't take, and my knight's trapped, huh? If we go into the king and pawn ending, it's going to be a draw, so if he doesn't, I just defend everything again. And I should still be able to hold on. So he's trying all kinds of sneaky stuff to try to win material, but it's just not going to pan out for him. Everything's still well defended. Once my knight gets to e5, I'm going to be well solidified. All I have to do is move back and forth, probably end up being a draw. He doesn't have like a clear way to take advantage of any of my weaknesses, especially my G pawn or my D pawn here. So now that I've locked his bishop out of the game, his bishop here, I might actually be able to win his bishop. So his bishop has no squares. Oh, okay, he has one square. So I'm just going to try to keep everything on the same color square as my bishop, because it will be the easiest way to defend. So he's trying to win a piece here, but it's not going to work. So I'm threatening to win a piece here, so he has to respond to that. If he goes bishop g7 and I fork him and take his piece, I'm not sure. I mean, he might still might be able to draw, but I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta hope that they're gonna screw up and you win something. Sometimes it's all you can really do. So even though he's attacking my pawn, he can't take it, and I'm actually gonna win his h pawn here. But I still don't know if it's gonna be necessarily winning for me. Okay, so he's going to try to... Maybe I'll be able to get him to run out of time, and I'll be able to win by him running out of time. So that's one thing to look forward to. Trying to find the best way to attack his pawn here, because that's the only weak part of his position now. He can't check me anywhere with his bishop, so he's not going to be able to advance that pawn, so my knight, or my king is very good blockader. I suppose I can just come in here with my knight and check him here. Seems like the simplest. Hopefully it won't end up being some kind of opposite color bishops. That would be a bad. Although it would be okay if he took here. I don't mind so much. I still got everything pretty well guarded here. Well, I just kind of lost that pawn, but it's all okay. Oh, here I suppose. He's offering me a draw, but I'm just easily going to win on time. So I don't need to take his draw. So I flagged him. It's kind of mean, but I needed the points because I lost a couple games before. Anyway,